You know, this might be the fanciest room I've ever stayed in. Welcome back to Metaphor ReFantazio. Last time, we cleared through some of the Melancholia and also won back a lot of our supporters. But it was not enough to clear this horrific wall of legs and stuff. So, we're going to be going through the left-hand path of this area. And once again, my MP is kind of low on will. Who do I use here? There is an enemy coming up that is extremely deadly, and, like, Strike is one of the few things that works on it. I wonder if Berserker Strohl is the play here.
Alright.
I'll take Slam Strike on you for now. Also, I do have some more Jeweled Roots and Leaves of Light. Oh, you know what? We are getting actually very close. Oh, we are getting very close.
A new ability.
You know what? I think that's fitting. Here, so close to the end, and I think the rest of them will go on Yufa to put her closer to getting hers, because she's probably going to be my second one. I would have made her first, but, you know, I feel like that would be too much shipping bias, and the ride or die needs to really be, it's fitting for him to be the first one. Yeah, it's glowing. It's time to awaken our first royal archetype.
Fascinating.
The Royal Warrior, the most complete expression of Strohl's way of life. The power to support a new ruler with martial might is a pillar of a changing world. This archetype is its pinnacle, binding all heroic tales of the warrior together. And it can be yours for only 30,000 mag.
Of course.
The one downside is that I am not able to use Dynast Formation with this. Yeah, O masterful hero, or one who hath faced and conquered thy anxieties, the deepest and most powerful secrets of the warrior we bestow upon thee.
Yeah.
The Royal Warrior archetype has awakened.
Right. I could get used to this.
Oh yes, I could too. First thing to know about Royal Archetypes is they have the same stats as the third tier of the lineage they're based on, in this case Samurai. They also have the same weaknesses. They can only be used by the character who gets them, and none of their skills can be inherited. Now, a lot of Royal Warrior's skills are either a greatest hits from the rest of the warrior line, or were formerly synthesis, but now can be used as regular attacks, like Vorpal Blade. You also get both of the warrior line's self-buffs, Martial Law from Swordmaster to boost basic attacks, and Brave Blade has a very high crit rate for a skill in this game. But the real reason you want Royal Warrior is for the final three skills, which are exclusive to it. The first is Slash Surge. Now, there are two other ways to get this skill's effect. The first is by purifying the Sealed Gauntlets accessory you find in the penultimate dungeon, and the second is by 100%ing Strohl's archetype tree to get the ultimate warrior weapon. Note that multiple instances of Slash Surge do not stack. But Strohl is the only one who has access to this as a passive, giving him, for the most part, the strongest Peeler Stonecleaver in the game. And that alone is worth it. This stacks with Slash Boost as well. And then you get a Persona classic, Yoshitsune's Hasou Tobi. Still hits 8 times, but in this game, it adds up to about 350 power total, which is weaker than some other options at this point, and it costs a staggering 88 MP, which is more expensive than a beloved Greatsword boosted Peeler Stonecleaver. So that's sad. But what isn't sad is Noble Warrior's Soul. Every royal archetype gets one of these, and Strohl's version means you don't lose any press turns when defeating an enemy with a physical attack. It's not, in my opinion, the best of the Noble Soul skills, but it's still very good in its own right. The royal archetypes also have Synthesis, Royal Warriors is exactly the same as Samurais, minus Windblade for some reason. I guess Prince has to pick up the slack there. But you've got Peerless Stonecleaver here, it costs 2 press turns instead of 3, and that's really all you need. Especially since, with Noble Warrior's Soul, you'll get a net gain in press turns for killing something with this, and also Phantom Sword Swarm. But ultimately, Royal Warrior is the best archetype for Peerless Stonecleaver, and that should tell you all you need to know. And you don't need the archetypal ring anymore. Let's give you a Utilitarians. I kind of don't want to get rid of any of these, but probably if anyone, Yufa's. Yufa is in the party now. Oh yeah, she does have that magical strike attack. She can take the Nissus Brooch back. Yeah, Heisman will continue with the archetypal ring. Don't forget skill inheritance though. And slash boost. Oh, that is not a bad thing to inherit, actually.
Alright.
Although if I do that, I only have 1 attacking move. I think I need to inherit that strike attack from Berserker. Yeah, let's go Slam Strike. Actually, I think I'll go Slam Shatter. Not efficient against the Lich enemy that we're about to be fighting, but still. I kind of didn't expect that I'd be able to do this, but yeah, we are straight up going for our first Royal Archetype in here. You do gain archetype experience quite quickly in this dungeon, so yeah, we are leveling quite a lot. So, this area. Yeah, as you can tell by the map, this is quite big. However, there is a slight problem.
Look.
We're supposed to go over to where the King's Servant is. I think I remember in my first playthrough, I was actually able to field kill that Cyclops, which is really silly. Yeah, I did this, like, way too late in my first run. I did all of the Trials of the Dragon first, which includes, like, a level 75 boss. So, yeah. This place is... I wouldn't call it a teleport maze, but it is a Lost Woods kind of style gimmick. Basically, be careful around doors. All the doors in this place are designed to lead you astray. Every time you open a door, who knows where you'll end up. So, yeah, basically it is a teleport maze.
Hey.
But we can grab this. At the very least, you know that the hallways are going to be safe. Now some of these doors are... It looks like some of these doors are red and some of them are blue. So we're playing the Muppets Party Cruise, I guess. What's that? Oh, it's a bird. You're fine. That... Maybe I'll be able to field kill that one day. But I do know there is a treasure chest up here. But yeah, this is another teleporter.
Look.
Yeah, we're right back to that red door.
It'll be alright.
There must be some logic to it, eh? Ah! Choosing random doors won't work.
Crazy.
Well...
But something's around here.
Well, you can clearly see the link from that door to that one here. I don't think I ever tried to do this in my first playthrough, actually. Ah, yeah, so you can see the link there as well. Because yeah, my first playthrough, I was just field killing everything in this general vicinity.
Let's maintain this momentum.
Okay, you there, would you enjoy becoming the testing dummy to my new Royal Warrior?
I shall do my best.
I mean, Yufa could just kill everything, but, I mean, Yufa could just kill everything is like a, kind of an answer to a lot of, things. Also, or Basilio could just kill everything. Extreme physical slash to all enemies and decreases their attack for 3 turns? Heck yeah. Okay, that was satisfying.
And that's that. Victory's
Now, as I explained earlier with Prince, this is gonna take a lot longer than you would normally think to level up. Actually, you know what? Hulkenberg now needs to go on to Dark Knight, because she's actually pretty close, because if she gets Dark Knight to 15, she has hers, I think. Because I am already at 15. Yeah, all she needs is Dark Knight 15. Hulkenberg is closer than I thought. Okay, yeah, I think I'll inherit counter, so now I have both counters on you, though I soon won't even need that. Do I have any more spare? Yeah, okay, I think from now on, all the Leaves of Light are going to go into Hulkenberg's Dark Knight. Because, yeah, she's getting very close. Does Dark Knight have anything worthwhile to, like, get it to rank 20 for? Thunderstrike Thrust. I mean, that is debuffing your defense, but, like... Oh, instant recovery is nice. Oh, I'll be getting Pierce Boost anyway, but still. Yeah, like, Pierce Boost is nice for snipers to have, but, like, the odds of you, like, actually taking a physical attacker all the way through that Night Line, besides Hulkenberg, is, not great. And hello there, Lich! Yeah! I want to fight exactly one of these, and then I'm going to avoid them, because these are one of the worst enemies in this entire game. Does have pretty good steal, though. Boing's everything magical except for light, which it resists, but it is weak to strike. And it can insta-kill you, and it can use hyper, and it can severely debuff you, and it can Tetracon to get rid of its strike weakness. Yeah, oh boy, this is a little scary. Let's try charging first.
This is the power said to belong
So, oh right, yeah, that's actually kind of why I had Yufa here. Everyone here is somebody that I kind of want for this fight, which is a shame, because I kind of want Heismay to get in here, and, you know what, Basilio, maybe you should, because I want to steal with Heismay, so maybe you should, actually, no, maybe let's put you in over Yufa, because, Yufa already got her good hit in, so Strohl... I kind of don't want to risk it, yeah, I don't want to risk it getting out of, stun. Well, that's annoying. Still stunned, though, which is great. I don't know if that scythe is rusty or stained with blood, or should I say stained with blood, as, I always love that quote from, I mean, granted, this is from Midsummer Night's Dream. Granted, Midsummer Night's Dream doesn't, like, entirely state that you have to pronounce it that way, but it's funny to pronounce it that way. Let me... I want that undying thingy! Yes, give me that undying thingy. Okay. Am I gonna get back to Heismay? I think I am gonna get back to Heismay in time. However, this could get a little scary. Okay, we finally got it, but it's about to kill us, so... Death Scythe. Uh-oh. Okay, well, we avoided the insta-kill, but that's also scary. Oh, thank you, Heismay, for the dodge. Okay, let's, I'm saying okay too much, but I guess I do that when I'm, like, kind of nervous in a fight like this. Speaking of nervous, that's not good. What? You're not agility buffed. Okay. That's extremely concerning. Oh, I'm okay with Heismay getting hit by that, because I don't really want him in this... Ow! Don't entirely want him in this fight anyway. You go back. You deserve a Balm of Life, Stroll. Yeah, Heismay, get out now. You know what? I'm going Hulkenberg. I need the healing and defense. Okay, so ignore resistances. We have recently found out this does indeed ignore Tetracon. It doesn't give a weakness though. That is interesting. So the Tetracon still kind of makes it so that like interesting. Oh, I kind of had a feeling that would be Will and not Hulkenberg. Let's just use a Spirit Dust. I'm gonna need to use a Heismay MP recovery in the next fight too. Yeah, you see how brutal this is? Oh yeah, it also has Muhammadine. Come on, Hulkenberg boy. Nope. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's scary. But at least it's out of its turn. Oh, and it's still Tetracon. Do I just run? I feel like it's kind of close to dying though. To a good, it just used hyper though. Okay, so Battlecry Tackle is going to only cost 1 turn. Then next is Stroll, and if I pass, I go to Will. So if I do that, pass to Will. Oh, I barely have enough for this. Royal Sword, is this going to do it? Oh, not enough. That's bad. Okay, debuffing. What are you going to use your hyper on? Death Scythe. Ah, that's actually fine. Special resistance and Mamudodyne, that's, Oh, I guess that Death Scythe was physical then. Okay, thank you, Victory Foresight. That's going to be useful here. Yeah, that's physical, so it didn't... Yeah, the hyper was used on Mamudodyne, and... Okay, that's cool. Makes sense that Death Scythe is physical, though. Okay, slight issue here. I'm gonna get Basilio back, actually. Okay, I can Battle Cry tackle with Hulkenberg. It's still not dead. It's gotta be, like, really, really low. Do I have any stale black bread left? 300 almighty damage. Is this gonna be enough? It was enough! There we go. And as I promised, that will hopefully be the last one of those I fight. They're kind of not worth it otherwise. But that Undying Mantle, let's see what that's worth.
What now?
+5 magic, resist dark damage. Actually, that's really good. Although Devil Summon already resists dark damage. Does not seem to be wearable by Berserkers, though. Yeah, it's very much a magic classes only thing. You already resist dark, but I don't really have many better people I could give that to. And I am putting Heisma in entirely to heal some MP. And as usual, all of these Leaves of Light are going into Hulkenberg. So yeah, so basically everyone is like helping Hulkenberg gain more,
Maybe there's something to do.
Okay, that one's linked to that. At least I think. But yeah, everyone's kind of helping Hulkenberg get her Royal Archetype now.
Up ahead.
Right there.
Okay. You are gonna be weak to Pierce.
Now get ready.
And also Wind. But let's go ahead and use a refreshing Steam Bun with the Merchant buff. I mean, I could show this off for the first time.
This is it.
Okay, that looks insanely cool. Now I just don't even know what to use for the thumbnail. Wow. Yeah, that's the power of the beloved greatsword. And that wasn't even Peerless Stonecleaver.
That'll do.
And we ranked up Royal Warrior, which is great.
A new power to wield.
And now we get high crit rate of Brave Blade, just like in Persona 5. And we get more Heroes Leaves of Light. Oh, we're getting really close to Hulkenberg's. look at this procession of dogs. Thinking about it, like, kind of in both story and gameplay role, I mean, not so much in story role, but Strohl does kind of combine Yusuke and Ryuji a little bit.
That's all of them.
So, we have another, like, full area we can go through here. It's not going to lead us anywhere, but still. And we have... Yeah, a lot of the chests in this area are mimics, so be very aware of that. Hello there.
Woo, not too shabby. Let's keep this up, everyone. Some enemies
Right there.
around. Careful now.
I feel like it's only once you get Royal Warrior that you really start seeing the power of Slash Boost, because a lot of the time you didn't really have that many, like, really strong slash attacks that could benefit from it.
What now?
Okay, 2 more Leaves of Light.
Greater heights.
Yes, 2 more ranks, and then it's another Royal Archetype time. But okay, another Mimic.
Distance after me.
Okay, I have to use Will's MP for this. But, like, you know, it was inevitable. I was gonna try out that Mimic too. Got the Heavenly Water and the Jeweled Root regular drop. And also importantly is that we get, from this chest, Lance of the Old God. It's weaker than that Light Lance that we currently have. And the Jeweled Root is going to... Oh, we're so close, so close, so close. Just one more fight and we should have it. Oh, okay, right. This one is going through a wall.
Good.
Ah, yeah.
Let us continue forth.
So basically, yeah, they send you like straight in that direction to the next door that it points to, even if it's through a wall.
If you see use for it,
Of
I
course,
say take it with you.
I hope it's not like stupidity from me. Like, I hope I'm not being dumb and it's actually just like you need to pick the right color. of door, but no, that's what it seems like is going on. Hi, dog. And that might have done it.
Good. Tis done.
Yes, 'tis indeed done. Though I would like to get quick recovery, but yeah, we have ultimate archetype number 2.
Fascinating.
Most complete expression of Hulkenberg's way of life. The power to support the new ruler as a valiant shield.
All right.
30,000, I will certainly take it.
Counting on you. Of course.
I see.
Both Strohl and Hulkenberg talked about blood running hot.
Oh.
And that gave us some of these.
A new means of protection.
So, it is Royal Knight time! Royal Knight takes the stats and resistances of Paladin, not Dark Knight. But it keeps many of Dark Knight's skills, most notably instant recovery. While also having a lot of Paladins, it is literally the best of both worlds. Noble Knight Soul is a little different to the other Noble Soul skills. It adds a press turn after you use a Knight's Proclamation ability. Either one of them. It's nice to be able to generate an extra full press turn whenever you want, but this does essentially give up Hulkenberg's ability to do damage, debuff, buff, or heal. You also get Pierce Surge, which might make it worthwhile to go through the Gunner line on Hulkenberg. She does technically get the best benefit out of those Pierce skills. But there are accessories and a Gunner weapon in the final dungeon that also give this effect. But Hulkenberg is the only one who doesn't need to use a weapon or accessory slot on it. The real reason why you want Royal Knight, though, are the 2 Omni skills. Omni Guard sets up a barrier on one ally that blocks any non-almighty attack, and Omni Counter means any non-almighty attack that targets Hulkenberg has a 15% chance to be reflected and kill the enemy's entire turn. Not super reliable, but by purifying the lance of the old god we found in the Skybound avatar, we get a weapon that boosts the chance of counters triggering. And this alone might make Royal Knight worth going for. For synthesis, Royal Knight has the ultimate skills of both Paladin and Dark Knight on its side. Fitting, it also has Ultimate Guard, essentially an AoE version of Omni Guard. It's a steep MP cost, but it might be worth it sometimes. And if we just get to rank 3, we'll get Omni Guard. I really like having this. Okay, yeah, I don't really need Heisme here, so let's go. Yeah, I've got 3 Royals in this party. So just proceeding further down this way just to grab this. Again, don't worry too much about getting the items. You will be it'll get a little bit easier to traverse this section quite soon. Okay, I think I get what they expect from me here.
Maybe there's something to do here.
Yes, indeed, there's something to do here. Zipping to the side here. I guess while I'm finishing up this this part of the
Yes.
of the floor, I can talk about the music here. So as I alluded to, Lady Virgilia's video on the battle section of that video on the battle themes definitely goes into it a bit more. Also, yeah, that thing's the same as the mini-boss we just fought, but it's a normal enemy now. But I like to consider this song as the bad ending version of Warriors in Arms. The theme of us getting ambushed, because like I said earlier, in that one, even though you have these very, like, ominous, anxious-sounding vocals, when they build to a crescendo, the song then gets into a more heroic and triumphant-sounding part. In fact, it's exactly this song now. I totally meant to do that. Because, yeah, this starts very sort of dark and ominous.
Captain, you've been burned. You'll take more damage.
Something else?
Here I go.
Yeah, see this part? The Skybound Avatar theme does not have that part of the song. Instead, it just, like, kind of loops completely unresolved. That's not exactly, I know that, like, an unresolved, like, melody is kind of an actual technical term, and that's probably not what I'm referring to. I don't really have a background in music. Oh, that's actually really, really, really bad. So yeah, we're seeing the effects of instant recovery here. But I would like to cure the other ailments that we have. Yeah, Coney Stew should do that.
I owe you. I owe you one.
But yeah, it's often like it's often thought that the Skybound Avatar theme kind of reflects Luis's soldiers and how while we're able to fight through our anxiety even when we're at a disadvantage, unfortunately Luis's troops did not have that. Were not that strong, and they instead succumbed and turned into humans. Okay, yeah, we can get an extra press turn out of Mad Rush here. But Hulkenberg is not going to get the true strength of this until she starts, until she gets one more level and gets Omni Guard. Well, I've already mentioned that in the bio at this point, but, oh, that's a little scary.
Is everyone okay?
Oh, that's very scary. How did Hulkenberg take the most damage from that? I might actually be dead here. Oh, unless you're an idiot and decide to use your last turn on charge instead of... I mean... Will and Basilio versus the world? Yeah, exactly. Fighting through a bad situation, actually getting through and coming out of the experience stronger. That's a luxury that we've had, but it's one that Luis's troops were not able to experience, sadly. Oh, I have no skills inherited on Royal Knight. That is stupid. These are expensive in terms of mag, but they are possible options for later. I could also get Flawless. Oh, I remember, yeah, this skill saved me against the baby boss. So I guess until I have Omni Counter, I can use up 2 of my skill slots to inherit Counter and Magic Counter. What's happened at the Skybound Avatar does remind me a lot of, this is a bit of a weird comparison to make, but it's, oh, hi there, Magla Crystal. Maybe I am gonna have to go to, Gunner again. It reminds me of the implication... I was dodging there.
It's a bad burn. Don't let it linger.
I see the enemy.
That's not what I was targeting. And I'm not gonna even attempt to open the treasure chest yet. Okay. Yeah, those are the field killable birds at least, so they're not as worrying. This is a very, very cramped room. Okay, that crystal's almost gone though. Should be able to. There we go.
I think we're safe now.
And that's a mimic, of course it is. And Heisme is almost at rank 15 on Tycoon. But also, I just realized that I haven't actually used Summon Deity yet. And so, here it is. Oh, that looks cool. Not quite as cool as Vishnu dancing to the Digital Devil Saga 2 boss theme. Thank you, counter. Just double damage on that because of martial law, but still didn't really do that much. And there is Omni Guard. Not quite the Omni that I want, but it's an Omni nonetheless. But yeah, what I was saying was, it reminds me of how in Kingdom Hearts 2, we never see any of the other Huns in the Mulan world besides Shan Yu, which led a lot of people to believe that his troops turn into Heartless. That's what it feels kind of happened to Luis's troops that went into the Skybound Avatar with him. So, once again, we have more to this place, so let's see. Yeah, it looks like this is the only door that is going to lead us forward. Always pick the door that does not have a door directly opposite it. Directly parallel to it, I suppose. And here we have no choice but to go through 2 of these doors. It's like, yeah, it's like imagine the walls don't exist and imagine these doors are like catapulting you directly to the left. It's an interesting gimmick. Definitely better than the gimmicks of, I was about to say the gimmick of some of the Digital Devil Saga, and I was earlier saying that Digital Devil Saga was a perfect game. Okay, yeah, the Liches teleport around. I don't want to really bother with fighting them. Yeah, we've got pretty much a straight shot to the end anyway, though if you want bragging rights, you can try and fight this. Yeah, let's let you get that attack out of your system. There we go.
Wind should solve this. Let's blow them away.
Oh, Fire God's Flaming Bow. I want to try and steal that. There we go.
Hello there.
Okay, now you can go ahead and die.
Allow me to use it.
Let's stay calm.
Ah, that does apply to attack items. That's cool.
Even my
Like, I don't know how much practical use that has, but it is interesting to remember. In fact, I think that did about the same damage as, that Jack Frost there.
What a finale.
The icicle, I mean. Oh, we got another
Resolve.
flaming bow. Okay, so you've raised that to 15. Do you need to keep going in Merchant? Double crit rate. I should probably get you one more level just for that. And yeah, other than that, you don't really have much left to do besides wait for me to actually get Dragoon. As much as I really don't want to. 2 jeweled roots. Yeah, I'll put these into Yufa because she is, out of all of us, the closest to getting the next royal archetype.
It seems I've grown.
Heat Riser, get!
Hey,
That thing is flying like something, like a Pokemon in Sky Battles in X and Y. And by that I mean very, very awkwardly and jankily animated. So is that a pristine looking glass, or a glass that is pristine looking? Okay, yeah. So, save point here.
What now?
And thou next boss fight art weaketh to pierce. So good time to get that on Hulkenberg, I guess. So they're gonna go Basilio, and it just makes sense to use all the royal archetypes that I just unlocked. Also, yeah, here's the battle version of this music. It's just the drums and a little bit of the chanting. Okay, yeah, we are healed. Will's not doing so hot on MP again, but I think I can probably afford to conserve it a little bit. Okay, and Strohl does have Formation and Vigor inherited. Because one other thing that I wanted to talk about regarding this music is the Buddhist chanting. Before I did this playthrough, I was wanting to see if somebody would decipher the Buddhist chanting and have a translation of its lyrics, because I would be really curious to know what the lyrics of these songs actually mean. Atlas did eventually release a video that does show the lyrics of the main, I think there's only one of the main battle themes, but I tried putting them into Esperanto and they don't seem to mean anything. So they seem to be more like the equivalent of those Buddhist chants that are just like, more just individual syllables that have kind of special religious significance, but don't actually mean anything like that don't actually form words in a in the language. At least that's what it seems like to me. But yeah, we have the Leo Griffon here. Yes, like the other Griffins, it will go berserk if anybody's in the front row when it starts to take a turn. So this is why, once again, long-range attacks inherited from the Sniper are really effective here. Basilio's gonna go... I mean, I could Warcry, but I'm gonna charge instead. I'm going for a pretty heavily physical party here. Let's powerful up. Let's not Formation of Vigor, that would be a terrible idea. And you're going to... that could be sort of useful. Or I could just Holy Knight Proclamation. And then I have charge, I can get a smashing salvo in. Almost 2k damage from just that. And, again, well, I can actually use Warcry now. Finally showing this off. This is, like, really good in Nocturne, but it's not as great here. But, that again, yeah, a lot of the enemies in here like that. Candeon. Or Candeon. So, okay, you're not charged. How about you charge?
Is everyone all right?
You know what, I am going to Amnesty Talisman that. I can buy more of those after this dungeon is over. Go back to maintaining this cycle of charging. I want to go in with Basilio, but like...
Don't be scared.
It's a good line for battle cry. Okay, no reflection there. Okay, we did get the burn there, which is unfortunate because it means that will can't be used for synthesis anymore. However, since you're going first, I think I can actually Formation of Vigor now to get attack buffs up, but also not have like a whole bunch of people in the front row. I'm gonna just do this from the back row, as lame as it is. Oh, it's actually still pretty strong. Fall back, and then I suppose you can still Smashing Salvo. Just gotta get that HP down. I mean, I can use this from the back row. It's not going to be... Oh, I mean, not right now because he's burned, but still. In fact, you know what? Let's use your turn to cure that burn. I've said this many times. This is by far the worst thing about getting, status in this game, and that is that you can't use synthesis skills, because synthesis skills in this game are ridiculous, as you can probably tell by this point. If you can tell that by this point, then I have been doing my job right. Chimera King's Wing, eh? Everyone's attack fell sharply. Well, I do have a reset talisman for that. However, I would kind of like to do that, just to get your attack down again. Power thrust, I suppose. That is pretty low. Okay, yeah, let's get rid of those debuffs. Could have inherited Dekunda on you, but just do that.
Strohl can't take any more. Someone heal him.
It's okay, we print! Okay, I'm already charged, so Smashing Salvo again. Just keep that defense debuff going. Can't wild ball because that requires will. I could Wanton Destruction, however, you aren't actually charged anymore. Let's get that back up.
Not out of this yet. No holding back.
Okay. I feel like we are all in the back row. Mad Rush for an extra crest turn. It's getting pretty low.
Let's go.
Can I do this without healing Will's MP? I suppose we shall find out. So let's just use an Evil Eye Talisman. It's probably going to use Breath of Battle again. Bone Claw Slash. And no, it's not using Breath of Battle. I could have used that earlier in this fight, but still. And now, yeah, we have multiple people charged. So let's have you close in. I suppose we do Battle Cry Tackle. Okay, not bad. And now, don't have enough MP to heal a Stone Cleaver. Guess I can Brave Blade. Okay, yeah, that's a fitting way to finish it. So, Royal Archetypes used in a boss fight. Now we get an Ice Rod for mages. Okay, still haven't mastered Yufa's Devil Summoner yet. But now we're about to gain back even more of our supporters. Proper boss. I love Basilio's accent. Maybe. I mean, Luis started this dungeon by saying that he'd already won, but he clearly needs to stall us.
I wanted to say.
So, still, we don't quite have all the pieces of his plan just yet. And with that sword belonging to our mother, we cut through.
Alright.
And restore more of the people's hope.
What?
Indeed.
Adam Howden gets to say more things, or at least he just gets to say the catchphrase of the villain of his alternate universe.
Wait a second.
But yeah, Strohl ended up supporting Luis in the end, so you have disgraced the legacy of Shulk, my man.
No, thank you.
Wow, Godard actually being the reasonable one? If that's not proof that people can change, nothing is.
Adieu.
What do you think? Now that's cracking. Don't you think?
Roger is getting owned with facts and logic.
Well, well, look at you.
So that was interesting.
Say,
It's a shame that we didn't hear Katharina there, but yeah, we're all the way back up to 8.
Nice.
I wonder who the 6 other people above us besides Luis are at this point.
Yes, of course.
Because that is, like, technically that is kind of true with the way that the royal rankings work. But now we should have enough to dispel the bugger off force.
Your Highness. You have my faith. Look! Yay, we've done it!
Amuse me.
Yeah.
So, you've turned Shulk from my side. Well then.
Do try once more.
That's surely right. Let's hurry.
Yes, let us continue to flail about, for we were all actually at 1 HP, and thus our flails are massively powerful. Yeah, you do get another king flashback, though.
Got a moment?
Oh no.
The festivities for this year's Saints' Day shall be conducted with the utmost ceremony. A fine opportunity to expand the market for igniters and spread them among people.
Hey, you're dead! You don't get any more lines in this story, go away!
Along with this policy, we will announce the closure of the Mage Academy.
And by closure, in air quotes, we actually mean brutal invasion and suppression of.
What? Why close the academy?
Reports are troubling, I'm afraid. They secretly study dragons and other profane forces deep in the mountains. The people will not abide it. With the popularization of magic igniters, all this theoretical study of magic will soon be obsolete anyway. Unless you have any objections, my liege.
No objections. Let it be so. Thank you for your efforts.
It's really interesting to me that igniters started out as just tools to help prevent, like, the apocalypse from happening again, but slowly people forgot about them, and eventually the church gained a monopoly on them and was like, how can we use these to make profits?
How can a king accomplish anything alone? What was I supposed to do?
another vision, Your Highness?
I saw something different than before.
His Majesty was exhausted then. His attendants did mention that he no longer possessed any real authority.
Sounds like he had no one to support his spirits. I admit, I do pity him there.
Does feel like the only real genuine connection he had was the Elder Queen, but then she died.
Beyond that, though, do you suppose he means for us to see these? If these memories are handpicked, then do they not come off as excuses?
Strohl.
It's just... his own son is risking his life in here. He deserves more from the king than regrets and memories.
That is a good point, though we don't really know if these are just pre-programmed visions, or if actually it's Luis who wants us to see them. And then nobody else in that conversation said anything. That's really fascinating, actually. Because, like, a lot of other RPGs would just, you know, have, like, a 10-minute long dialogue where the entire party spells out exactly what to think about that vision.
That's a relief.
But there, they just had Strohl say that, and then they just left you kind of to your own devices to kind of speculate on what it means yourself. So, I'll be going up there next time. For now, though, what's important to note is that after defeating the Griffin mini-boss, there are no more distortions in this area. You can go through every door that you want, and this is why I said that you can just run through here and now get all the items that you missed, so I'm gonna do that. For example, we weren't even able to access this area at all last time. And that takes us up here, and if I am remembering right, this is... No, it's not a mimic! What a miracle!
Spectacular!
Blade of Totsuka. Oh, that's like a legendary thing that Susanoo, I think, might have used to kill Orochi. Actually, it doesn't matter because I have the Peerless Stonecleaver boosting sword. I can see 2 liches down there. That is terrifying. So we can go in here now and grab... I wasn't able to get in here before, but yeah, it doesn't seem like there's anything. And now in here, there's an Elementa, but there are also...
They saw us.
Gold tier rarity, Knight's Last Stand, and Hero's Curious. Auto revive once per battle? I kind of don't even know if I want that on Hulkenberg, although she is a healer. Hero's Curious. All stats plus 5. You know what? Strohl deserves that. We can also access this Elementa now.
Looks like that's all of them. Great job, everybody.
A halfway decent result. My power swells forth.
Double crit rate on Heisme. That is everything, but there is one corner that I haven't explored and it's bothering me. And there we go. Entire area explored. There is actually another Magla Hollow on the other side of that door, but just for the sake of not progressing any further until the next part, we're gonna save here, and I'll see you next time when we finish the Skybound Avatar. Who will be waiting for us as our final opponents? Find out then.